there's a special music store in the heart of Tokyo that anyone interested in world drumming should know about. It's called the Japan Percussion Center, and this is a little tour. Hope you enjoy it. Welcome back to World Drum Club, everybody. It's Kalani, your host and teacher, and I was on a family trip in Japan. We're in Tokyo, and it just so happened to be in the neighborhood of Japan Percussion Center, JPC. And I've dropped in. We're saying hello, konnichiwa, from Japan Percussion Center. I'm here with the manager and assistant manager. We want to say hello to everybody on the channel. We're going to give you a little tour around the store so you can see what they have here. So here at in the Japan Percussion Center, they've got a selection of books, DVDs, videos, and then over here just a wall of bongos, conga drums, cajones. This area they've got a bunch of djembes, different handmade djembes, hand-carved djembes, some factory-made djembes, Christmas trees for sale, timbales here. One of my favorite instruments down here, the Jumbi Jam steel pan, which I will be showing you guys in a future video. Over here we have some African style bells. So you use these ken bells are used on the dun drums. We've got some little talking drums down here and a balaphone. Come on in here and look at the bala. Little baby bala back here. These are some really old school bata drums. Very rare down here. It says not for sale over there. These are really super rare. Here we've got some tank drums, some hand pans. So a little bit similar to the happy drum, which I've done on the channel before. All kinds of sounds. I guess the kalimba or the mbira is really big here, so they've got a selection of kalimbas. Here's a happy drum. Also a different style, nataraj. And then a whole bunch of kalimbas and mbiras over here. So here's a wall of cajones. If you were thinking about remodeling your house, you could install one of these walls made entirely out of cajones. All kinds of brands. This is one of my favorite areas, all the Brazilian percussion. So starting down here, tamborims, shakers, ganza, pandeiros, lots of pandeiros, cuica over here, surdus, also different kinds of, like here's a Bolivian bass drum. And then as we work over here, we've got frame drums, lots of frame drums from around the world. And then as we come down this way, we've got Tibetan bowls, chimes, beautiful bowls. Down here they've got a nice selection of instruments from Europe, from Morocco. You've even got a bizinsara, or cocorico, sometimes it's called, which I did a video on before on World Drum Club, so you can watch that on the bizinsara. And then coming over, it's kind of hard to put down. Come over this way, we've got all sorts of chimes. Sometimes these are called energy chimes. Really interesting sounds. If you guys remember the Sun Drum video I did, this is by the same company. It's called an Uludu. I'll be putting a video on this instrument, but this is like a kind of a cross between an udu and something else, kind of a new instrument. Over here we've got udu. Different kinds of chimes. Darbuka. Rick. Egyptian tambourine. There's some darbuka up here. And then this area, we've got some mark trees, Wiros, Vibraslap, Kabasa, all sorts of wooden sounds down here. A whole bunch of kashishi, probably more kashishi than I've ever seen in one place. And we got one of these. And this. All right, I want to show you this little row here. There's just so many fun little things that you can find in places like this, like all of these seeds and toenails and pods and rattles. I mean, listen to these. Here's the Bolivian pods, ankle pods. These are amazing. And then over here, like tons and tons of different kinds of finger cymbals and chimes, Tibetan bells. Lots of agogo, flexitones, just tons of sounds. Now down here, oh, and then there's this with a hermetically sealed mallet, which I can't get to. I can't play it because I have no, because it's sealed. Should we unseal it? Because I want you guys to hear this because it's really weird. Okay, ready? You might need this. Now this is something that is subtle, but it's a sign of a really nice percussion store. They have excellent claves, like rosewood claves, beautiful claves. And this is something that I appreciate as a percussionist. Most people probably would overlook this, but as a percussionist, I really appreciate this. Like really nice wood claves. And not just one kind, but a whole bunch of them. Down here there's an Indian dole, kind of a different kind of drum, not too often seen in music stores. All right, I found a really cool mark tree here. It's by Tree Words. It's over, I think it's over 1 meter long, and it's a double row. So follow me as I play this. We're gonna start at the top and go all the way down. And there's one of these too. Now a lot of you watched the A-frame review that I did, which was introduced to me at the NAMM show by ATV, and they actually have one in the store. This is the A-frame. Now I can change it on the back. I'm not going to change the sound right now, but you guys watch the review I did on the A-frame because it's really an amazing instrument, and it's made in Japan. This is a really interesting chime that I wanted to share with you guys. I saw these originally in Italy. They're actually made in France, but I think it's Japanese inspired. So it's called the koshi chime, and it's got I think a bamboo outside, and it sounds like this. I'm not sure how well you can hear that, but I want you to peek down inside of this and see how it's producing the sound. So there's some rods in there, and if we go straight down, you see that there's a little ball that moves around. And the interesting thing about these is that they're all, there's different tunings, and each one is named after an element. So earth, air, fire, water. This one is air. but I encourage you to investigate and maybe find your own koshi chime. Now, those of you who are familiar with Brazilian percussion know the pandeiro. I was just pointed out to me that this pandeiro, these pandeiros, there's a whole bunch of them here, are made in Japan, and these are made in Kyoto. And they're made in the traditional style. They're wooden, handcrafted frame. There's two different kinds of jingles. So you've got what looks like brass, and then whatever this is, nickel or steel. And it's got a natural head, really beautiful, traditional style. This would be the chorinho style, the smaller, lighter pandeiro. But here's what it sounds like. So when I'm playing this way, I've got the steel, we'll call them steel or nickel jingles here, and then if I switch this around, because it has two areas that you can hold, if I switch it around, now I'm playing mostly the brass. So you have two different sounds. So something to look up. I'll post a link to the website below this video so you guys can look up some of the things that are in it. There's a lot more to the Japan Percussion Center than what you're seeing in this video. If you ever get to Tokyo, please drop by, give them your business, support these kinds of music stores. It's really important for all of us, so we have resources to get the sounds and get the information and lessons and things that we need as musicians. Please like and subscribe to this channel, and I want to thank you all for supporting World Drum Club. I'll see you all in a future video. Thanks for watching.